All right, we are live again. Today we are going to be doing just some more work on my survival game here. Currently we have it set up where you can, you can build a base on top of one of these walking mountain guys. I can do some more stuff with their like state management and stuff because they're still not fully implemented. But, and maybe with how you get up, because they're kind of annoying to get on top of. But, also there is some weirdness with the outline shader not really working very well. Like it pops in there, but just not from other angles. It's just kind of strange. It seems like it's only on this walking mountain guy, too. But you can build your base. You can tell them to walk around. Maybe I could do the movement system with them, because right now you just click somewhere and they go that way. But that also requires pathfinding, which I don't know if I even really want for these guys. Let me go ahead and throw my links in the Discord before I forget. But I think we are going to do some sort of like maybe fishing pole style movement for these guys where you just hold up your... you like dangle something in front of them, and then they decide that they want to chase after it. And then, so whatever, if you're holding it over in front of them like that, then they're walking forward. If you put it over there, then, it's tells them to turn that direction. If you hold it over here, then they turn right. I should also make something, maybe I can adjust them to where there's very clearly something that is the front. I mean, you have the little walkway over here. I also realize you can't sprint on these guys, which I don't like. Yeah, you have this back stepstone thing, but I need to find a better way of doing that. Mars, what's up? There's other things I could build here too. Like I don't need to just have or I can build the like actual doors and windows. Why does it look like the house is rocking? Oh, I'll show you. Because we are on top of a walking mountain. And we can tell it to go places. And when it gets to wherever we're going, we can tell it, hey, we need to sit back down. And then we can say, okay, that's cool. And we can get down and chop some trees. Meanwhile, our base is chilling there, Baba Yaga. It's hanging out there. That's our mobile base. But then maybe we're like, well, we need a bigger base that we can, set up shop in. So then we go over here. We say, all right, we're going to... I got my flight mode on still. We're going to clear some trees here. Baba Yaga had a walking house? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, so we throw our, you know, starter base down here. And we can look out and we can see our other base. Then we come up here and we're like, hey, yeah, that looks nice. I can still tell him to uproot. There he is. And then I can actually tell him to come here, I think. Maybe not. Oh, I think I set it to where it can only happen if you're riding. Saying if carrying, I could do something like this. So then I could tell him to come over here. Bring my base over to me, please. And for now, I'm just going to do this. I should just create the indicator so then we can have it here as well. Let's just delete this and then we're going to do if current state equals state dot idle or burrow idle return. We can also do burrowing and unburrowing. Okay. We have a ad starting in 2 minutes. Let's add the indicator scene. Okay, we have that. In our indicator, we can do a timer. Oh, we need a script. Renegade, what's up? Connect. Just finished class. Nice. Okay, so we don't create an indicator unless it's moving. Okay, we can tell them to get back up. We can go over here and we can go like that. And he comes over towards the donut. Imported the mountain. Yep, it's mostly there. It's not fully finished, but check it out though. We've got him here. We can tell him to come down. I need to find a better way of doing that. Oh man, it's really bugging me, this whole no outline shader. Like the outline shader just doesn't work on this guy really. For some reason. Works on everything else. It pops in here and there, but anyway, we're here. So let's put down our base. Let's do a window in the back as well. Okay, we've got our base here. So we can say, all right, let's get up. Tell them to go places. Don't know why it's so weird with the let's do a deconstruct. Make sure we have a window on, full window coverage. But I just can't tell them to go anywhere very far away. Is it just because of the size of the navigation server? But it should be getting the closest point. Says null target there. Null target. Let's go to our camera. I know there's something there. These are not null. Oh, and then it works. Let me fly up on top. Try it from up here. Still nothing here. But if I look down far enough, then they're... Huh. Maybe there's some sort of collider. How do you stay on the island? Are you part of the island? Are you inside the island scene, or is there some other way you attach? So I basically have two character controllers. One is just the regular one, like right now, when I'm walking around. The other one lives on top of the mountain. And then the moment you enter into the mountain's area, there's like an area 3D. So you get into its area. Then the other character controller takes over. It inherits the velocity that the player had. But the thing is, this character controller is a child of the mountain. Which does lead to some stuff, like if I jump, it swings me around in the air while I'm jumping. Like I'll go back and forth and stuff. So it's not like perfect, but it's good enough. It's actually not bad. It makes it really smooth. Okay, I can't. There's nothing out there. Let me look at the player. Ooh. Put terrain 3D on 6. Okay. Or terrain 3D on 7. I guess this is a hurt box. 'Cause player hurt box. Wait, was it Hurtbox? Oh yeah, it was Hurtbox. Layer collision layer 32, mask 16. And this is 6. Ah. looks at 16. So 5 and 6 are hurt box and hit box. Which means anything with 5 on it. I'm trying to remember what has 5. This. This is creatures, so I'll just keep that the same. Terrain 3D is on 6. We'll see if there's any issues. Or is on 7. I think I'm just hitting my own like hurt box. Walking Mountain should only run into Terrain 3D. Okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, I can make it come over. Tell it to get up. No, come on. Still nothing here. That's 64. Camera is looking at 64. Terrain 3D is on collision layer 7. Terrain 3D. Hmm. Let's try this. There we go. So it just wasn't generating the collision shapes for everything. Probably a performance thing. Okay, that's nice. Oops. I accidentally told him to get up. Sit back down. Okay, let's pick up some wood. Let's build a base on top of him. Oh. I need to make it so when you sprint, you hear the footsteps more often. The footstep system is a little, it's half-baked right now. No dev cheats. I got my dev flight and my, well, that's pretty much it. Man, I wish this outline thing worked. It just doesn't really for this. Okay, this is the front. Username that is good. What's up? How's it going? It's going pretty well. We have our walking mountains working pretty well. Okay. Let's go tell him to walk somewhere. See, it looks really cool. Is there going to be some types of weaponry on the mountain? Yeah, at some point. I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy with weapons. It'll be mostly primitive stuff. But yes, there will be. Okay, we have our front deck. We could make more building components today, too. There's a little bit of shakiness going on. You can still jump through that, dang. I thought I had changed that, but... Huh. Swordfish ballistas. That could be good. Yeah, let's go over to that side. All right. Well, we need to... we're getting kind of low on wood. So let's go ahead and drop down. It really annoys me that there's no outlines. You can see the outlines on the base, just not on these. Not even on the edges, where there like clearly should be outlines. Cannons that fire gnomes. Visuals are really good shading wise for low poly models. Yeah, that's like the outline shader really helps, especially like on these trees. But then for some reason, just on these walking mountain guys, I'm not getting any outlines from the shader, which is really unfortunate. I can do a second pass. So if I go to outline shader, throw a second pass on there. I thought that worked before. Maybe I have to restart it. Well, first, yeah, let's restart it and see if that second pass does anything. Does it have to do with the mountains moving? It shouldn't. It didn't on. It hasn't on any of my other animated stuff that I've used this shader on. Okay, so if I do a second pass, it's there. At least from that angle. The only thing is then, of course, I have to deal with the thicker outlines on these. Like on the grass, which I don't want that, because if you look, it goes like super far. But maybe, I guess on the second pass... do like 25. Maybe I do the exact same. Point 3. Was it 0.3 on the normal threshold? Oh, disappears there. It might be a normal threshold thing. Suddenly it just becomes entirely unshaded. or unaffected. See, there we're getting some outlines. There we definitely do. Is it because we have stuff behind it? There should be, yeah, there's stuff behind it there. Unshaded. Nope. Still pops in and out. Do I have TAA enabled? No. Let's get rid of the next pass. Come here. Okay, it pops in and it pops out. From these other angles, it's like it just literally doesn't exist. Seems to be coming from the direction of the outline shader. Like you can see it when it's... when you're aligned with the outline shader in some way. I made the mountain in Blender, yeah. Yeah, they're more like golems in a way. I just keep calling them mountains. Is there an option for edges to make them sharp, which might help the shader see the edge? Yeah, because it's using a blend, or not blend, I just read that. Depth draw, that's what it is. Or depth checking. Which I don't know why this is like... What happens if I do this? Let me also If I disable the depth draw, still broken. I still don't know what these like grazing prevention is. Let me take a look and see what ChatGPT says. Here, let me also take all the stuff having to do with mobile support out. Does it still work? Okay, I can't remember what I've changed in this. I'm pretty sure I just uncommented all the mobile support stuff. Quad mesh shader that gives everything an outline. Everything is getting an outline except one creature who only gets it occasionally. What do the Fresnel options mean? What is it? Angle mask power. Angle mask power. Angle modulation. Grazing. Inverted normals, low poly angles. Outline, test. Take this shader and make it an outline shader that works on a quad mesh in the world. This doesn't work. Unidentified expression in world view. Or unknown identifier in expression worldview. This is Godot 4. Got to remind it. I think ChatGPT sometimes can actually be okay with this stuff, with shaders. Nice. This is supposed to be a post-process effect that makes all meshes have an outline. The original shader I use has a quad mesh that you attach the shader to. I wonder, can it read links? Here's a link for more info. Let's see if it can. Hmm. Come on. There's got to be some way of figuring this out. Outline, just like I like it. Then you go over here. No outline. Whereas these have outlines. Come on, give me a light again. It's like the whole thing becomes like over bright. Okay, let's Okay, it clearly does not know this. Okay, it's clearly just not going to work for this. Now, what was it saying with depth threshold? Normal threshold. Only disappears at the exact angles, or it only shows up on one specific angle in the direction shader quad mesh origin is. All other meshes are fine. Creature's material, do this. Nice. I'm pulling my materials in though from Blender. Just messing with things that are nearby this culling thing. is because I have things like this. Keep that there. We're deleting all of these just in case, because this is a joined mesh. You know what? We can get rid of the tree. Oh, still got one of these. Doesn't really seem to care, so what we are going to do, we're going to go to our walking mountain. And now, with our cube, we only have 2 surfaces. Standard material. This one we're going to call okay, we're going to save that. Save as. Go up, up, materials, dirt, brown. Then our surface material override 2. Grass green, not grass grete. potentially already fixed it. So it was just the materials. It was. Perfect. Okay. So now we can go to our outline shader. Oops, 0.5. We want that. Okay, we got an ad starting in 1 minute and 25 seconds, just a heads up. Okay, now that we've gotten some annoying stuff out of the way, then maybe we can actually make stuff. Did this go back to looking okay? I think so. Anytime I'm messing with the outline shader, it's always a little weird. And I did technically copy over some stuff incorrectly. Okay, my mountains are now a little bare. Like they don't have the stones, rocks, and stuff. One thing that is kind of annoying that I noticed is we did... Let's just do windows here. Wall. Let's do a ceiling over here. Yeah, now I can't place a doorway there for some reason. Yeah, there is some weird things where it's like, for some reason I can't put a wall there. It has to do with my overlapping connections. Let me go back to my we're going to copy all of this. There we go. See, like, why can I place a wall there? And I can put one there. Oh, they're not disabling each other because they're not monitoring. I need way more trees. I also need a much better way of adding trees. I could do some sort of scatter. Man, how can I do this in a way that doesn't involve hand moving everything? Because, man, it is just like... What I want is to be able to just create a tree. Let's try to figure this out again. Node 3D. We're going to call this editor tools. Now we go to ChatGPT, start a new chat. We say, I have this script for adding trees to my scene in the editor. Fill it out so it works. Of course, you know, as we all know, Godot is pretty rough when it comes to AI. What was it, 64? Like, why is it trying to assign that within? You are giving 4 args. Okay. We're going to reload the current project, see if this works. Sick. Add trees. Hmm. We reload again. Print toggled. See if this works. We're trying to GPT our way through it, but it's GPT can be just terrible. Not getting any input at all with input or unhandled input. Take this code and change it to what you said it should be. Don't leave anything else out. Be super smart and automatically just do it. We need 3. Okay, we're going to try this. Already. Why are you breaking these things? res slash. Okay. Okay, let's see if this does anything. So much time spent working on these things. Just gonna break everything. Add-ons, add trees, add tree plugin.gd. Hey, Patrick, what's up? Thank you for the raid. We're trying to sort of fix our broken plugin that we're trying to put together with freaking ChatGPT, and it is not going well. So we will give up on that. Maybe come back to it later. Basically, all I want ideally, is to be able to go here, click somewhere, and just add a tree. Because I just want to be able to just throw trees down fast. I don't want to do some sort of scatter thing. I just want to be able to add a tree here without having to drag one in. And also have it just align to the earth fast. Which maybe, honestly, I could just throw at tool in the trees. Then at ready, I just have them snap to a position. Maybe that's better. Something like that. We'll see. But thank you for the raid, man. How you going? We got the Baker. What's up? I see a YouTube video for someone doing that with Godot recently. Oh, okay. I should look it up rather than chat GPT it until my brain breaks. The reason I wanted to do chat GPT is, you know, classic laziness. But then also the fact that, you know, sometimes it actually just kind of gets it right and then it's fast. But it turns out that that's mostly with things like how to tween a rotation effect on a tree. Like the multicolored trees. Thank you. Oh, I'm full up on wood. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a low poly look going on. We've also got these guys here. I'll show you kind of what the general game is for all the new people popping in. We're working, we've been working for a couple weeks on this one, trying to figure it out, and we've got the core thing that I wanted to get figured out mostly there. It's like 80%, which is we've got these walking mountain guys that you can tell them to uproot. And so they stand up. So you can tell them to move around. I'm going to make a different system for this, but I can like middle click somewhere on the ground and it knows to, you know, pathfind over there. But the best part about it is that these guys can also be your mobile base. So this is what I really wanted to figure out, was get some base building set up and then make it so you could have, you know, a mobile base. And so that's what we've been trying to build. And we've mostly got it figured out. Like, it's actually not too broken. It kind of works. There's still some misalignment issues that happen with the build system, but it works pretty dang good. And I know that all I need to do is move some nodes around. There's a couple bugs here and there with being able to place things in different areas. But we do have it mostly, like I said, mostly working. And so now you can be like, all right, well, we need to go over here. Let's bring our whole base with us. And this is going to be like a survival game. So, you know, you want to go on a longer trip, a longer journey across many leagues, go collect resources without having to be on foot. Take one of these guys. You tell him that he should, you know, burrow down for a bit. And then you jump off and you start cutting trees, you know? GPT might make it worse with what you're asking it to do. Yeah, I should just find... I'm going to find the whatever video. Looks like a fun fantasy to live out, like from a fantasy novel. Yeah, I like it. So I had these mountain creatures. I'll let them get up again so you can see... I had them in a different game that was going to be like a puzzle game, but then I realized, man, it would be so cool to make a survival game where you can, you know, jump or build the base on top of one of these guys. And then you can still have, you know, your main base down on the ground, which is bigger and has more space for stuff, you know. And just have your mobile base, you know? The building, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the building. There's plenty of stuff I still need to finish. Like, there's some, what do you call it? Like, animations and stuff that are finished for some things, but not for other things. Like, triangle foundation and stuff is just an instant place. This is basically like the Rust style building system. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, so it's getting pretty close though, to the point where it's, you know, really what I need to do is now the survival elements, because right now all there is as far as survival goes is you can collect wood. That's it. So there's going to be a lot of work there. There's more creatures I can pull in from other projects I have. But yeah, I'm pretty dang happy with how it's looking so far. What was your project, Patrick? Man, yeah, I should figure out I should go look for a video that will fix all of my tree placing issues. Eventually, I'm going to do, what do you call it? Procedural anyway, but just right now, I just want to hand build an area, a big enough area. Still a little bit of shakiness when you're up on top of these guys, but it's not too bad. Hey, Outfrost, what's up? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. How's it going? I'm working on a randomized 2D Sokoban puzzle game. I'm unfamiliar with what a Sokoban puzzle game is, but that sounds fun. Puzzle game is what I was going to try to make before I switched to this. It would be a 3D one, but then I realized, like, man, I gotta think of puzzles. Survival seems simpler. Gather stuff, you know? That's pretty much it. You just gather things. How was your stream, Outfrost? I love watching the sunset in these worlds. That looks so warm and cozy up there. I gotta add like fireplaces and stuff soon. I can also add railings. That's not too difficult. Okay. One thing I'm gonna do. Why am I... Okay, this is just constantly happening. Planting tree. So it is trying to do something. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to delete it. We're going to take this whole add trees thing, delete it. Because we don't need it. This thing, delete. Wait, why is it being used? Okay, I found out I apparently had an affiliate anniversary, so I decided to try and kit bash together an urban scene to try to do some specific lighting and atmospheric effects. Ended up just doing asset hunt, and there we go. There we go. Okay, did my entire game break? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and look up how to add plugin Godot to add scenes. In editor.
Hello. So recently I made a
Okay,
video
this
on my
came
4
up.
favorite add-ons for Godot, but they weren't all necessarily helpful for every developer. So today I wanted to cover
Scene Manager, what is this?
Scene Manager. It is an extension that was originally created to help with a team of developers' workflow. They created it to mainly simplify and solve all problems related to scene changes in Godot. You can set up scene paths and easily implement a number of pre-built shader transitions that time everything perfectly for you. And easier. Now on the topic of making things easier, the next add-on called Signal Visualizer keeps track of all the signals in your game, where they are coming from, where they are connected to, and pretty complex. Okay, so here's a random fun add-on that's called Ridiculous Coding. But so far, if you found any of these add-ons helpful, you should subscribe to help other aspiring game developers. Thanks, it means the world. But next up, with the use
none
of
of these are
2D,
the one.
create smooth 2D terrain.
Okay. Scene instancer plugin, maybe? Okay, this is just creating instances, right? Basically, oh man, let's see. Foliage instancer, Godot. I mean, I could do that, but I don't want to do terrain 3Ds. What are you looking to do? I basically want to set it up where in my main scene here, I have all these trees, which are literally just copied and pasted, dragged in, and aligned. I want to be able to add, like, a bunch of them by just clicking somewhere on the terrain, and it just adds one. Or at least, you know, pressing some sort of button, and it adds one. At that spot, at that spot, at that spot, wherever. So I can do it quickly rather than, like... And at the right height. So it has to find the terrain and place it at the right height. So then I can quickly just add a bunch of trees without having to like look at the height. Oh, does it line up? Because like I copied, you know, a bunch of these trees. And they're all at heights that actually probably should be higher. Yeah. I feel like it shouldn't be too crazy to multi-mesh. With a multi-mesh, can I still get the full scene in there? Because, like, if I do a multi-mesh instance, isn't this just meshes? Like, I couldn't drag a scene into this, right? Because each one of these is a full static body scene with the hurt box, scripts attached. Mostly for randomly placing, yeah. Which I want to still be able to tailor it by hand. Of course, there's just a giant list of scenes now. Okay. Yeah. Now, when I go to scenes, like let's say foliage, sometimes it works to like snap it to where it needs to be. But most of the time, it just stands right there, except for like in that very specific spot, it drags it to the right spot. But otherwise, it hangs out in front of the camera. It's just like, yeah, no worries. We're just going to throw it right in front of the camera. I do not know why that is. Okay, so it does it if I put it on another scene. What happens? Is Terrain 3D already on one? Tree is on 1 and 1. Yeah, I wonder why that is. If I'm at this angle. Oh! Then I can sometimes place it. Still puts it at the wrong height, but... Oh, wait a second. Scene object brush in asset library. Even if it doesn't work, maybe it could be a starting point. Scene. Oh, object brush. Sorry. Nice tree and scenery. Create a tool for that. Sick. This is literally exactly what I want. Keybind to drop node down to terrain. Snap it down to whatever is underneath. Okay. Maybe this will do it. If so, you're a lifesaver, Outfrost. What was it? Scene. Brush. Can I drag these into here? Okay. Okay, now well, let me look back at this again. What was it? Scene object brush? Yeah, right here. Oh, I can see it right there. Oh, you know what? Terrain 3D. Oh, did I just break everything? We didn't have collision on in editor. I wonder if that's... Yep, that literally is why I couldn't drag it in. Classic. Okay, well, I mean, now I can. Whoops. Come on. Don't break on me. Okay, that's good. Now, wherever I placed... Right there. Okay, so I can't do all of these. Will this place all three? Yes, it will. Okay. Object size and brush settings. Okay. Wait, min size. Okay, so that's like a scale thing. Come on, allow me to destroy, please. Excuse me, please. Okay, we're going to go ahead and delete that. Okay. Then we go back, brush. Oh, this is brush size and brush density. So there we can throw our scenes in. We're going to do all three of these to start. No. Okay, we can delete that. Say brush density of 3. Let's take our trees and move them all up a bunch so that we can go back to our brush and just see how this works. Let's also get our music back on. This could be sick. It's already pretty sick. We are using the normals. We also have a lot of tree objects in there. Oh. Don't place trees on trees. Okay. Yeah, that was scale, yeah. Tilted because I use surface normal, yep, which isn't, that's not a bad thing, necessarily. Maybe, we'll see. Object, or built-in snap object to floors, page down. Okay, so I could adjust the origin on some of the scene trees and probably also do it that way. We have an ad starting in 2 minutes, just a heads up. Looks like parts of it are pretty simple. We might be able to edit the plugin code to do what you want a little better. That's true. But I mean, already, hey. I could have a little trees brush, and then I could have a big trees brush. This is already sick. You are a lifesaver, man. Okay, awesome. We're good to go. Trees here can get deleted. Gigantic move right there. Thank you, Outfrost. Because my terrain plugin does have the ability to add trees. But it can't do any sort of like, I can't add a tree scene, if you know what I mean. Like, I can't do that. I can only add a tree mesh. I'm going to see how it is when I add just tons of stuff in. No, it's good to know that this plugin works. I literally just looked it up. Hey, that's great. You know me. Well, I mean, if you know me, then you know that I'm too dumb to look things up first. We just go headlong into it and then get frustrated and then realize there's way easier ways of doing things when someone like you shows up and tells us. Okay. We've got a lot of scenes in here. Oh, we got an ad running. Man, already it just looks better. Like, there's already a vibe. Much better vibe. And I kind of like having it follow the normals. There's some weird stuff where, like, we got trees hanging out next to each other. Does look like it's spawning some overlapping. Yeah, I might need to do something like that. Yeah. But I mean, as it stands right now, like, oh, it's so much better than what I was doing before. This is probably a little bit overkill on the follow surface normals. Like, I don't know if I want trees doing that. I do kind of like having it like that. But that might be something I could edit to be like, hey, follow it most of the time. Half the time. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Now we go into Terrain 3D. Paint navigatable areas. Then we bake this nav mesh, which is going to probably take a long time. Immune to ads. Nice. You can blend between upright and tilted to the surf. Yeah. That would be nice. Just vector 3 dot up and then... Yeah. Here, I'm going to go make some coffee real quick since the ad is still, 30 seconds left. But I will be right back. All right. Anyways, I'm going to have to run. It's getting bright outside. I'm hungry, and Doggo's going to want walkies before bed. Good luck reforesting the land. Thank you, Outfrost. I appreciate you being here and saving me with your search. appreciate it. This is kind of big. Did that even bake? I don't think it did. But yeah, thank you once again. Appreciate the raid as well. Take it easy, man. Let's see if it did. If it did not, then that's fine. Okay, I can go over there. It's going all the way over there. I don't think it fully baked. Yeah, definitely didn't. Or maybe it did. No, it didn't. Yeah, it definitely did. Okay. Oh. Everything is updating scene. Okay, now it's updating it? Will it crash everything? Okay, it did not update it. We're going to go ahead and remove some of this stuff, like the mountain stuff. Fake nav mesh. Let's see if it updates. Does not want to. Is there a way I can fully remove all nav meshes? Okay, let's go ahead and reload current project. See what broke. I guess I can just clear navigation. Go back to terrain 3D. Does not appear to actually be baking anything. Okay. Why does it not want to bake my nav meshes? Finish baking one navigation mesh. Where is it? Oh, I just realized I need to change my colliders. Because this collision shape is no longer accurate. Should probably not just be dragging things around. Let me go to my GitHub. Push that. Okay. Navigation is no longer a thing as far as I can tell. It has been removed from the plugin via bugs or something. I have no idea. But it is currently not wanting to bake anything for nav meshes, but it will say that it is finishing baking nav meshes. Oh, what just happened? Okay. So you can add holes in the collision. If I bake that, what does that do when there's no navigation? Bake the navigation mesh again. Why is this a thing? What is auto shader? Okay. Did I not have this before? See if it actually is doing anything. It says it's baking one. Oh. Don't want to interrupt it. Okay, let's press play and see. Oh, we have the navigation layer showing here. Okay. So it is not. Okay, what we're going to do. We're not even going to use navigation because this is clearly broken. Let's see if this works. Might end up starting to float, but I'm gonna need navigation. But these guys won't ever need it. Okay, that's fine. They're never going to need it. I can pull it out. Let's do a... Where is this? Okay. Hey, RCB, what's up, man? Okay, I've worked on a bunch of headache stuff today. It's not as fun. But we're going to make some progress here fairly soon. We did fix some issues. This navigation thing is just going to be annoying. We might have to just obliterate everything we have as far as the terrain goes and start over. What up, dude? Just chilling. Let's go over there. Hydrate. I'm going to hydrate with coffee because I ran out of water. Hey, Bob. Thank you for the follow. Let's go over here and chop down these trees. Oh, we have to fix that collision issue again. Or, not again, but... How much wood we got? Okay, we got a decent amount. Let's go ahead and just make a forward base out here. Oh! I did not mean to build it that high. Go ahead and deconstruct that. I will need to figure out how to do this properly. Oh! Previously freed. Broke again. Okay. Doorway here. Oh, you can't put lamps on these triangle foundations. Oh, we're out of wood. Gotta chop down some more trees. One more tree. Having no grass out here makes it, Ooh, why do I have... Why do I have that there? I think it's because I continued or something. Huh? I'm probably going to have to go to bed soon, just a heads up. Or I guess not to bed, but just get off soon. Okay, there's our real base. Chop down some more trees here, get some wood. It's so dark. I'm going to need to scatter some big trees out here too. That looks nice and cozy up there. Don't slide. All right. We're going over the mountains. This gets shaky. Cool. Okay. Let's go back to main here. Come on, load. Load now. Gonna do another brush. This one's gonna have these two, let's say 50. Okay, there we go. Where's my green trees? Okay, they're there. All I ever see is the... Okay. They're there. Okay, let's give this a run and see what it looks like. Okay, not bad. Okay. Now we can go back to Terrain 3D. Go to our grass. Got to spread some grass out. I love the way this these hills and stuff look when they have this collision thing on them. It makes me think of like how I could texture that. Like, look at that. It almost looks like snow. So maybe there's something I could throw on them. Could be some sort of, I don't know, shader that just looks at the height and then the normals or something. I also need to add in some more stuff. Just things. Was it page down? Where is my page down? I don't think I have it. Okay. I could do another brush that has rocks. Oh, every time I switch back to the main scene, it has to load everything again. Oh, wow. It has a density, so it's throwing like a bunch of rock scenes all in one spot. Let's do like 3. Oh no, come on. Okay, that's something. This is sweet, but it's probably not the best way to do this because I would want other scenes. That is like a rock arch. Brush for painting rocks. Yes. We have foliage painting, and not the bad kind. These are actual scenes. Although these rocks, I wouldn't want to necessarily actually do it this way. Eventually, it'll all be procedural anyway, but... If I run into a tree hitbox after having swung, the hitbox is still active. Here we got some rocks. Oh, I'm full up on wood. That's why. Okay, we have a very structurally sound building here. I have to go further away. Yeah. Oh, no, it's just I need to select the right thing. Whoa, why did I get so much? Oh, it's because you can't. Ah, that's right. Yeah. You can sprint when you're not on the mountain. I need to make it so you can sprint while you're on it. Need to pick up some more wood. This is going to be our little art installation here. No. There we go. Perfect. We have a finished game. Not quite, but it is getting there. Trying to think of what I want to build next. I have to get off really soon. But we need to do some planning. Okay. There's stuff like railings, ladders, stairs. Stairs are basically done. Angled roof. Sauna room. Hot bar, lakes, pickaxe, stone nodes. Yeah, there's stuff we can do. I'm going to do like stone nodes. Crafting table might be good. Boxes. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll keep adding things. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find someone to raid. Because I do have to bounce out for the night, unfortunately. Small Block Boy is on. We will raid Small Block Boy. But thank you all for being here. Today wasn't as productive, but we still got some good stuff done. So I'm happy. We will get more done tomorrow and over the weekend probably. RCB, Outfrost, Patrick, thank you for the raid. Same with Outfrost and RCB. Buttermilk Pancake, good to see you. The Baker, username that is good. Fiend with the face. Renegade. Chromo, Mars, all of you guys. Peace out. Thank you for being here. I will see you next time. Have a good one.